Hello and welcome again to my workbench. Right now we have sitting on the workbench my next project. This is going to be kind of a long-term project. Well, not going to be over in a week, we'll just say that. What you have here is a Allied 395 stereo receiver. Allied was made by Pioneer. And it's from approximately, as far as I can see, it's from 1969. So it is not an extremely early, but relatively early solid state receiver. Transistorized, fully transistorized. It has a Pioneer model equivalent. I do believe that it was either SX-1000 or SX-1500. I do have to look that up to be reminded. But the problems with this receiver, there are several. The first is that the phono stage is totally dead, absolutely nothing, and along with that, the AM is totally dead. The AM and the phono stage, the AM tuner and the phono stage share common components. The AM goes through the phono preamp in here. So if the phono stage is out, the AM is dead. There's also noise. When you first turn the receiver on in the left channel, there is noise, and that goes away, kind of a popping, hissing sound that goes away. There's also just a general bit of hiss all the way around. But it is a nice receiver. It is rated at, I believe it was 70 watts a channel. It might have been 55. I believe it was actually 55 watts a channel, but has a frequency response of 20 hertz to 100 kilohertz, or 50 kilohertz, sorry. It is a fairly nice receiver, fairly sensitive. Definitely is something a little different to being earlier solid state and Japanese, so things are a bit different than your standard American. I'll flip it around here and show you one of the things that most people really dislike. You can see in the overhead, it's fairly nice, and okay, there's a little veneer separation, but that's easy. I'll just glue that down. But the thing that most people do not like about the early Pioneers are these. Pioneer used special speaker connectors that you had to, I believe their speakers came pre-wired with cables with these connectors already on the end. But then you could also buy these. But it meant you had something else to buy, something more you could lose. So yeah, a little bit of irritating. But yeah, it's general back panel, tape I/O, single tape monitor, standard aux input, ceramic phono input, so you can use say one of the Denchi cartridges, the new ones that they put the clones of in the Crosleys. And actually, when it's run through a ceramic phono cartridge, phono input, and given the right input impedance, they actually don't sound that bad. If you get the real Denchi, not the clone ones that have the complete plastic suspension and everything, but and two phono inputs, two magnetic phono inputs, and then a tape head input. I'll move that. I got a tape head input, so that is, it does have different equalization presets on the tape head input for 7.5 and 3 3/4 inch. AM loop antenna, adjustment for the separation here, is FM stereo multiplex two switched, two outlets, one switched, one unswitched, external antenna AM with its ground and 300 ohm FM, two speaker outputs, one will only ever be used. And so I'm going to give you another overview. I'm going to just take the cover off here. This was optional. I believe in 1969 this stereo alone without the wooden cabinet was $395 if I remember from the Allied catalog, and this wooden cabinet was another $49, so not a cheap amplifier by any means. Alright, here we go. Have the cover off. Fairly standard early solid state Japanese, you know, late 60s, early 70s. Tuner section, with the tuner cap, FM, AM, three sections on here. So you have you do have an FM RF amp, AM RF amp. I believe, yes, I believe this is the front end. This is the FM and the multiplex. And then this is the AM, maybe. Could be wrong. Probably am wrong because I don't have the manual in front of me, so I don't know exactly how, but yeah. Two large filter caps, two smaller. These will be replaced. Sorry about the noise. Running some laundry. Workshop is in a basement, but hopefully it's not too bad with the mic that I'm wearing. Push-pull outputs. I believe those are Hitachi transistors. It's a mix here. There is silicon. There is also some germaniums. So it is kind of crossover. I believe that in some receivers, germaniums were used in some places up until the mid-70s. So yeah, definitely got a couple things that would definitely replace. We got some caps there. It's going to be fully recapped. And this is the top end, and yeah, we got some. Definitely, I don't like these old Matsushita Panasonic capacitors. They're not that great. But definitely, check the carbon comp resistors, and where they're out, replace them with metal film. And I'm going to pause again and flip over and show you the amp side. All right, bottom side. Sorry for the reflections and shininess. Knock that one down for sure. I gotta put some diffusion paper on the lights here to make it a little more even, but as I remember, we have, this is the left and right EQ board, so this will definitely get some work on it. Probably gonna just do a total rebuild on this. New caps, audio grade caps, nothing ridiculous, but like nice Nichicon audio grade caps and brand new metal film resistors, because metal film are actually quieter resistors than the carbon comp, much more stable. So that will go here. This is the preamp board for AM and phono. It's also probably just going to get a complete rebuild. As you see, everything's connected. There's a lot of wires connecting everything, so good documentation of all the wiring. And tilt it up there a little and you can kind of see that a little better. Lots of wires, and over here it's all wire wrap. Yay. The wire wrap may be eliminated. I might just solder straight through and remove the wire wrap pins totally. And here's the amp driver board. Definitely going to recap that totally. Some ones here you can kind of feel loose with dodgy solder joints. Also, tendency to replace want to replace the preamp transistors because they get a little noisy with age. Recap, and also this is the output driver, and yeah, replace that. The caps here, and then and there's a couple little mods that can be done to it to make it even better and brighter amp, and well, not brighter, better sounding amp, a little more punchy. A little better to go with today's music. I'm also going to consult with a buddy and get those mods to put into here. And yeah, this will be the center of my vintage stereo system. I hope you like this overview and explanation on the next project, the Allied Pioneer 395.